Hello, my name is James Meyer, and today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about the dangers of lead, the element, as a pollutant. Lead in its purest form is soft, grayish silvery. It can be scratched with a fingernail. It's easily malleable. Lead is usually not found in its purest form. It's found as a substance called galena, and this substance undergoes a refining process in a smeltery. And that's where this pollution takes place. The most common chemical reaction is when the lead is heated. So lead oxide is heated to produce a purer form, and that undergoes an even further refinery process where the lead oxide reacts with coke, which is a purer form of coal. It's a very high burning, high temperature substance, and that creates lead oxide in its purest form and carbon dioxide. And in this process, lead is released into the air. And while in the air, lead can settle and integrate with soils and bodies of water, which can cause numerous health defects. Lead paint was used for a long time, and that has led to its own set of consequences. In Flint, Michigan, all the piping for the water infrastructure in the town was made out of lead pipes, and over time the lead deteriorated and mixed in with the drinking water, which led to the Flint water crisis. Lead is used to make fishing weights, as I mentioned before, lead pipes. Lead can also be cast into weights for working out, weights for bullets, and X-ray vests, weights for divers in the ocean. All of which can when you shoot a bullet, if it's not picked up, it slowly mixes with the soil. If you're using lead pellets to shoot ducks or pheasant, or ducks over water, the lead pellets can get into the water and taint that water supply. If you're shooting or hunting pheasant over a cornfield, the lead pellets can end up in the soil, and the corn can ingest the lead through the soil as a nutrient, and you can end up with corn with trace amounts of lead. Lead poisoning. Some common effects of lead poisoning are rise in blood pressure, kidney damage, in some very severe cases, miscarriages and declined fertility in men. If younger kids aged 3 to 10 years old ingest a mass quantity of lead, there can be behavioral disruptions and even brain damage, again, in very severe cases. While the lead is being refined, fragments of lead are released into the atmosphere, and they sink back down. They land in bodies of water. They're ingested. It's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess. However, there are actions in place. For example, the Department of Health and Human Services and the CDC combined lead a week through October 20th to 26th, which is all focused on understanding the dangers of lead poisoning and what can be done to reduce the risk, like running your tap for 60 seconds before drinking, or running it through a Brita filter, any kind of water filtration device to try and filter out any of the trace amounts. Children toys that are being mass produced in factories, not letting your children put them in their mouths or washing them, rinsing them to get any trace amount of lead off of them. In addition to this, the National Emission Standards for Hazardous Air Pollutants has helped regulate the amount of lead that can be produced in smelteries, cutting down pollution. And that was done through the Clean Air Act in the 1970s. So while there is a fair amount being done to combat this issue, it is still a prevalent issue, and it's not something we should be complacent with. It's something we should really crack down on and find a solution once and for all.